turns on negative, but both discuss the exact same thing. The substance is the same. They're discussing moving from a plan to good and bad things, advantages and disadvantages. So the terminology can flip. You should only learn one set of terminology, or you learn the concept and you learn lots of words of terminology so that you can communicate to anyone. Okay, what does the plan cause? First of all, we'll go ahead and we'll end drone surveillance. Why not? What does the plan cause? Advantages and disadvantages. How does it cause advantages and disadvantages?
There can be a loss of security, but an increase in privacy.
So we have good and bad things happening at the same time. Weird. I guess we could have a debate. I guess we would need to have a value debate to determine the trade-offs of security and privacy. Funny.
That was actually a resolution this year, as we debated, me and my partner debated that there wasn't a threat, that they aren't mutually exclusive, and our plan made them both contribute.
So you have a coexistence argument. You have a balanced neg. Values. Okay. Okay. So the plan causes advantages and disadvantages. Again, all week long, guys, you're going to learn about different theories that go in depth into these areas. So I am not today going to teach you about link uniqueness and turns and impact turns and all the things you can do to a disadvantage. I'm saying that when an instructor teaches you that or you read about it, you can fit it into this map as a framework. And if you learn any words down here that discuss the bridge between plans and advantages and disadvantages, you can use those same words here and concepts. So it's like really cool, improved critical thinking across the board. Let's put fact debate on here. Where does the fact debate live? Assuming we understand it. First, any questions that help you understand the bottom half?
Not a question.
Well, nobody else is asking questions, so go for it.
Fact would probably go into present cause and future cause section.
Why do you see that?
Because it's concerned with, first of all, the way that things currently are. It deals with a fact, but it's also subjective. So it has to be concerned with like how things are, like will continue to be.
Everything that you just said supports a different statement than you started with, which I'm going to assume you started with. So this is where fact debate lives for all the reasons that you just said. You're not comparing some new future. So if I have the resolution, Walmart's business practices are detrimental to the United States, what must I do? I probably should name some of their business practices and then prove whether they're bad in the United States. Do I have to fix Walmart? Does the resolution even say whether Walmart would change the policies or the government would? It doesn't even give me, I don't even know. I don't have to create any advantage to the United States at Walmart. All I have to do is prove that Walmart has some business practices that are detrimental. The debate lives here. What are some of the other reses? Let's grab a new one since all the NFL LD ones were fact reses, or kind of-ish. Whew. Oh. All right. Sin taxes are just. So what would I need to do? Sin taxes are just is one of the resolutions for this year in NFL LD.
You would first need to talk about what sin taxes are.
Here are the following sin tax. We tax cigarettes and I don't know if we tax marijuana at some state levels. What else do we, what are alcohol? There's alcohol beverage control. What are other sin taxes? I don't even know. I can only think of cigarettes, really. What?
Gambling?
Do we tax gambling? Like, I guess we do. Yeah, there's a gambling tax. That's right. Yeah, The stupid tax and the sin tax at the same time. It's very weird. Yes?
I'm thinking this would be a fact debate.
Totally a fact debate.
We do tax gasoline, kind of. So we tax driving.
Boom. So sin tax could theoretically be greenhouse gas emissions sort of tax, if that's the motivation for it. Carbon tax. That's a sin tax of some type. So here we get into the debate. This is why it's important. We are not debating on an abstract level, are sin taxes justified, necessarily? We could. Okay, we could do it either way. But we're probably saying this is the United States cigarette tax, and or this is the United States carbon tax, or this is Europe's carbon tax. Here's why it's just. Justice means X, Y, and Z. Value, criteria, structure, definition. Therefore, these taxes are okay. So you're saying, what are the taxes? They're okay. They're good. They're just. What is justice? They're just. That's the debate. This is the argument map. Where's solvency? That's what's confusing about this map. Yeah, solvency really is a subclass that's like kind of right here. Solvency leads to the advantage of lack of harm. I prefer to think of this as future causality, because solvency can have attitudinal, existential, and structural, and it can kind of look the same way as inherency. Let's not confuse ourselves. The point is this. The stock issue of solvency is about, can you create advantages and disadvantages with this dry and boring stuff? The stock issue of inherency is the same way. It's about the bridge between these. Does the drone surveillance program, in fact, does that reduce privacy? No. Here are 17 other things that reduce privacy, first and foremost of which is the attitudes of the 16 intelligence agencies. The drone surveillance doesn't decrease privacy. The people who use drones to surveil, and lots of other things, they decrease your privacy. And the policy that enables them to do so, that decreases your privacy. Drones are just a tool. That's an inherency debate. That's kind of a cool one, actually. That's debating the bridge between the cause and the effect. That's what inherency is. That's what solvency is. Inherency is solvency of the status quo to the advantages and disadvantages that it has. Solvency is plan's inherency to advantages and disadvantages if you assume that it works. Same concepts. What is the bottom right quadrant, though? Because it's not solvency. Solvency leads to it. Yeah. This is significance 2. So what's significance?
Whether or not the change that you're making is going to be significant.
That's a circular definition. Okay?
Significance is there anything stopping the change?
No. That's inherency.
The magnitude of all of the status quo.
Nope, it's bigger than that.
Why actually listen to the debate round and not play Angry Birds on my phone?
It's the sum total of why you should do or not do something. Everything. All the advantages and disadvantages of what's going on now compared to the advantages and disadvantages of what could happen equals significance. A lot of times, well, yes.
Does that mean value equals significance?
Values determine significance. So, assuming that privacy actually is increased by 17%, whatever, and security is decreased by 5%, based on what we think is important in life, is that okay? That's the value debate. The value debate says, what's important out of what happened? Is it good or is it bad? So it's all interpretation. Let me say that again. There are lots of advantages and disadvantages to what we're doing now and what we could be doing, some of them matter and some of them don't. The value debate determines which matter most.
The significance is the impact. Is the answer to the question, why does it matter?
Yes. What do we expect when we come to a debate round having never heard or thought of debate before? And not even a round, just a public debate. We expect to hear reasons why. This is all about why. Significance is the why stock issue. Why or why not? All issues. Meaning, what percentage of the round should the stuff on the left take up in a team policy or fact round, given that values shouldn't really be there?
The majority of the time. No, I meant the other way. Yeah, sorry.
Yes.
Thank you, exactly.
You should spend the majority of the debate here. It is only because of something odd that happens that you would spend the majority of the debate here, such as wrongness about the status quo or a poorly constructed plan. We expect the debates to focus on the benefits and disadvantages of proposals. That's what we expect from a debate. I'm open to other people making observations from this map, but I'll make one more, which is, to me, highly interesting. This is known. Now, can you fully know something? Okay, we can debate that you maybe can't fully know something. But this is happening. This is not. Meaning, the bottom half of this entire thing is a prediction. Predictions do not come with absolute certainty. This is where impact weighing comes in. When your coaches talk about impact calculus, they will say things like, the disadvantage of 1% chance of igniting Iran into a nuclear attack has such magnitude that it outweighs all of the lives saved by your plan that your plan has almost certainty in saving, because the risk is so high. That's impact weighing. That happens in prediction land. You can't 100% accurately predict what a plan does. That's why it's really frustrating and weird to hear debaters who learn stock issues and say you don't have 100% solvency. Of course you don't have 100% solvency. The best you have is a bunch of predictions from reasonable people saying it probably will work. And the debate is about, is that enough? Is that a reasonable prediction, or does it matter enough? That's the debate. Okay, we're done.